Hey guys, in today's video I'm giving you some more updates on how my college app process is going. Right now I'm in the summer before my senior year, and at the current point that you're watching this, which is Monday the 8th, my summer at home, like actually doing work, is pretty much over, since from mid-July until basically when school starts, I'll be away from home every single day except for 4 days that I'll be at home. So basically my whole summer work period is over, and I feel like it's gone pretty well. So far I've written and revised a draft for the Common App, which is a 650 word personal statement that's used for pretty much every school. Like a lot of schools use the Common App here in the US. And I've also written 2 out of the 4 UC personal statement questions, which are 350 words, and you pick 4 prompts. The topics that I've chosen to write about are just mostly the things that I'm involved in outside of school, which ties into another question that I got on the Instagram story where I asked you guys what you wanted me to talk about. A couple of people asked me how I plan to differentiate myself from the other candidates. First of all, when I look at differentiate, all I think is calculus, so let me just have a traumatic flashback for a second. And I'd say my main strong suit would lie in my out-of-class extracurricular involvements. Obviously, I do studyquill, which is YouTube, Instagram, and I also wrote a book. That's a big flex, I guess. Pre-order my book if you're interested. Gotta self-promo whenever I can, so link to pre-order will be in the description. I forgot what I was supposed to be doing while I was talking. So my plan right now is to just paint my nails while I'm talking. Where was I again? Right, extracurriculars. So I've already talked about studyquill, and that's like one of the most impactful things. I'm also involved in my school's yearbook. I've been on the design staff since freshman year, and last year I was the design editor, so head of that department. And now I'm going to be the editor-in-chief, which is very cool, but also very frightening because, responsibility. But hopefully I got a handle on this. You know, I've done yearbook for 3 years now, so this will be my 4th. I have a trio of things that consume my entire life. And the third one, even though I'm not that great at them, is sports. I'm on both cross country and track. I've been on varsity for both sports since sophomore year, and while I'm not exactly gonna get recruited anytime soon, I'm not absolute garbage either, so that's pretty good. I guess since the clickbait title of this video is like flexing my stats or something, I'll flex my track stats. My best mile time was from this past season, 2019, and it was 5:31. The other event I run is a 3200, and the last time I PR'd was sophomore year, whoops, but my PR for that event is 12:05. Let me just quickly set a timer on my phone. Besides that, I've also been involved in choir for coming on 11 years now. It's a choir organization that's outside of my school system. It's just a separate choir. And within that, that's also where I get my community service hours, since I help the choir with designing the programs for the concerts and flyers and tickets and newsletters and just like things in that vein. My stats going into senior year. So this isn't finalized, like I don't have my final GPA, although I'm not taking the SAT again, so that's like a done deal. So my GPA currently unweighted is 3.9. I have 1 B+ from AP Calc BC, first semester junior year, and my weighted GPA is 4.2 at this current point, I believe. My school doesn't weight the GPAs for us, so I'm just like going off of those calculators on the internet. I think it's 4.2, and with my senior year classes, I'm anticipating that I'll probably get A's in all of them because none of them are known to be particularly like notoriously difficult. So assuming that, my GPA would still remain a 3.9 unweighted, and weighted it would go up to 4.3. If you want to know about the classes that I took in the past throughout my high school career and what I'm planning to take next year, I will display a little graphic. And then my SAT score was 1580. I just took it one time at the beginning of junior year, and I was like, I'm never gonna do that well ever again. Like, that's it, I'm done, no more. I hate the SAT anyways, so. Wait, I can't, okay, I talk with my hands so much, but I'm not supposed to move my hands while I'm waiting for this to dry. If you want to see my SAT advice video, I will link it in the cards right now and in the description. Now that I'm done flexing for this video, I guess if you were here for the clickbaity stats thing, you can leave now. This is like the last update I'm going to do before I like actually finalize my college list in September. So my school criteria are one, that I'd like it to have a program that would suit what I'm looking for a undergrad major. I'm not 100% certain on what I want to major in, but right now I'm thinking, sorry, let me just bring my phone timer closer towards me. Right now I'm thinking of going into journalism or communication, and within that journalism major, I'd like to also learn a lot more about design and video and photo. So either the degree itself would have those classes included inside it, or it would just be not too many prerequisite like general ed classes, or just not too many units required within the major, so that I have a lot more freedom to pick lots of different electives that are related to those topics. I already discussed location quite a bit in my previous college chat video at the end of my junior year. I mentioned in that video that I'd like to live in a big city. Now I'm like kind of willing to compromise a little bit. Like, I don't necessarily have to live in like the downtown center or anything, but just any place where a major metropolitan area is easily accessible through public transport or like a shuttle service or anything. Also, it'd be nice to have a bike-friendly campus because I do not drive. I just ride my dad's old bike everywhere. But you know, not a requirement. I guess I could learn to drive if I had to. I probably should at some point. Right now I've got kind of a giant list of like 20-ish schools, and I'm going to do a lot more research into those schools throughout August once I come back from my trips. I'm gonna use like the numbers of safeties, matches, and reaches, or at least I'm going to do my best. But I honestly am struggling to figure out how to categorize, because based on my stats, like I'm aware that I have pretty high stats. So it's like hard for me to categorize a difference between like matches and reaches, because according to that model of like, if you're in the middle 50% of stats, it's a match, and if you're in the top 25%, it's a safety. But like, I'm in the top 25% at like every single school, and that's like not true. Like, it's not possible for every single school to be a safety for me. And like, I know the traditional advice is to use your state schools as the safeties, so I am definitely applying to the UCs, but the thing is that UCs are also like really hard to get into. I'll probably narrow it down to 12 or fewer schools, counting UC as one school. So I guess like 2 or 3 of the UCs might be safeties for me, but I think I'd categorize like the whole UC system within my match quota category. For my reach schools, I'll probably apply to maybe 2 Ivy League schools just to shoot my shot, and maybe like a couple of other really prestigious schools. As far as specific schools go, I don't really have a dream school, as I previously mentioned. The only school that's not like UC's that I'm like certain that I'm going to apply to is Barnard, because I've been like forced to commit at this current point because I'm going to New York in August, and I just signed up for an interview, which is basically like, I am going to apply here. So I just like really have to face that one like right now. The other schools that I'm thinking about, I'm thinking about them, but I haven't researched them to as high of a degree. So I'm not like completely ready to 100% surely say that I will apply to any of those schools. And that's pretty much everything I have to say in this video, and I'm still barely done with painting my nails, so I don't know if any of you care at all at this point, because as you can obviously see from the crappy job I'm doing, I'm not a nail art tutorial channel. I'll probably be doing my next update in September, about a month into my senior year, so let me know if you have any topics or questions that you want me to address by letting me know in the comments. I hope you're enjoying this video series, and I upload new videos every Monday. You can also check out my Instagram at studyquill for photos of my notes and bullet journal. See you next time!